some of the main, points of emphasis today in practice?
Really looking at, some of our keys, keeping them out of transition defensively, making sure we finish possessions. I thought the second half they made a better effort to go after offensive glass and just locking into some of our keys, some of our concepts, and we had a really good practice today.
You guys went with 8 for the most part the other night. Is that, obviously it's playoff time? Are you just like, okay, if we cut it down to 8, we cut it down to 8, and we're good with that? Or how much flexibility do you have there, going to day 2?
There's some flexibility, but we like our rotations right now. There's always room for a couple guys here and there, but you get down to this time of the season, it's really about trying to bump up the minutes for the main rotation guys.
Well, to build on that, what is the bench overall to you this year? It seems like, the second best bench in the league, plus mine. Just what have those guys meant?
They've been huge. They're a big part of the reason that we're in this position right now, having an opportunity in the playoffs. They've brought it all season long. It's a reason, like you said, that they're rated the second best bench. Jose, Naji, Larry, Trey, honestly, when we're healthy. And so those 4 guys, and then you had Dyson, you had Hawk, that have contributed to wins, Matt Ryan, JRE, all of our guys have contributed to wins. And we wouldn't be here having this opportunity without our bench.
Jose seems like a guy who, I know he brings the energy all the time. He really seems to like these games, these moments, just high pressure situations. What do you see from him in these types of moments?
Yeah, you're right. He does. He's a gamer. He loves big moments. He sort of turns up his energy even more when he gets these opportunities, and it fuels our team more importantly. And so when he touches the floor, the whole game turns up to another level for our group.
Did you think he could turn up his energy more than what he already had?
He never ceases to amaze me. He's like defying all the odds. He's a guy that truly plays with his heart, wears his emotions on his sleeve, but he goes out every game and he gives you everything he has.
And when they're in half court, they do a whole lot of guard-on-guard screening. They'll use Shea as a screener, trying to force switches. How important is it going to be during this series, even though you want Herb on him, when it's not Herb, when it's B.I. or Trey, for those guys to hold up in that Shea matchup?
Yeah, we talked about that actually. Not giving into the switches so easily. And it comes down to guarding. We're going to have to do a great job of guarding the ball and then trying to take him away when he does screen and it's another ball handler. Just say it is a switch. Maybe you can black him, deny him, don't let him catch it, but he's one of the best ISO players in the league, so it's definitely something we're looking at.
And something else you guys were doing when they were using Chet in the pick and pop, you guys were having her pop up and get him and keeping JV down low. I guess when you do that, how much do you want to balance keeping Herb on Shea versus using that as a method to not allow them to kind of take advantage of Chet doing pick and pop?
Yeah, it's a balance. It's more when JV's on the floor. We're doing it. You got to get to Holmgren, not just because of his ability to shoot, but it's really difficult for JV to stop and pick and roll with as good of drivers as they have. They're driving the ball, they're getting into the teeth of the defense, and to get him all the way back to Holmgren at the three-point line. Now he's shot faking, he's driving, he's going to finish, and he's making kick-out plays for threes. So the full rotation for us has been solid. We'll continue to look at it.
And I'm sure you guys are expecting Dort to be, into Brandon again the rest of the series. Just as a player, from your experience, how do you counteract extreme physicality and guys just pressing you like that?
Number one, your speed and force that you play with on both ends of the floor. That negates his ability to be able to put his hands on you, becoming more of a screener for BI, screening, getting guys open. They have to honor a back screen or a back pick or any type of screen to get your teammates open. So those are two concepts right away that we're looking at adding and being more efficient.
You kind of spoke pregame game one, just about coming to visit OKC and just checking out before you got into coaching. Was that like the year between you retired as a player and you got into coaching? It occurred that year?
Yeah, it was retired from playing in Orlando. Don't remind me of the year. I don't know, 14, 15 around that time. And I kind of took a season off, visited a couple organizations, and this was one of them.
And how did you just have that relationship with Sam Presti where you reached out?
Well, I visited Sam throughout the course of that season, and then I visited him again in the summer. But just through relationships in the league, you get an opportunity to talk to people. You develop a cordial relationship. You call them. Sam was great. Opened the doors, allowed me to come in and just kind of see how things were and see if it was something I wanted to do, and I'm grateful.
And you always talk about, hey, we're building a program. Do you see any similarities between Oklahoma City and New Orleans where, I mean, if you're just honest, like you're just going to have to kind of develop your own talent to a certain degree and build that way? Any parallels there?
It is. There's a few teams that's doing it. Oklahoma, San Antonio was a team you think about. You got to draft well. You got to develop the players that you have. Miami is kind of taking that approach. So there's a few teams that's doing it, and we're definitely along the same lines.
Coach, this team is his ability to bounce back after tough losses, specifically on the road. How do you keep the group together in these times? Sometimes, like, okay, at a tough loss.
They're such high character guys. They get it. They understand that there's highs and lows throughout the course of the season. This is the first game. It's on the road. They're at home. They took care of business. They won a game on their home floor. We had our opportunities, but we didn't take advantage of it, and now we get another.